Hi everyone, I'm Stuart from ERGOS and I'm joined here today by Lee from Connectwise, and we're talking about AI in security. So Lee, hello.
Hello.
So let's talk about Sentinel-1 and how Sentinel-1 is using AI to power it.
Yeah, okay. So there's a lot of challenges in cybersecurity, and some of the biggest challenges are how to deal with the scale of data. So when we're looking after cybersecurity, we have to understand what's happening in environments, we have to look at threat indicators, and it's a very manual task. Sentinel-1 have invested in AI quite heavily from the outset as a company, so they started up as a company that utilized AI. And the reason they did that was to try to address that operational efficiency issue with the scale of information coming through. Most cybersecurity technologies are only as good as their threat intelligence. And threat intelligence, simply put, it's your understanding of the threats that are occurring. Now, those change all the time, so it's an ongoing effort to keep up to date with it. What Sentinel-1 done, and this was probably from their outset 7, 8, 9 years ago when they sort of started and founded, they were feeding all the information into an AI model. And AI models are very good at looking for trends and looking for things that stick out. They're not the normal scenario. What they use that to do is to then give that information to a small number of really highly experienced, skilled threat analysts and threat researchers that could go, yeah, I agree, that looks like something we should be looking for. And they built the platform on that. So they started training the models. They also allowed some of the capability for the end users themselves, the people using it, feeding back and saying, no, you got that wrong, that's legitimate, and learn from that as well. All of this kind of results in an ability to scale very quickly, which is essential because all the threats are scaling really quickly and they're changing very, very quickly. So platforms like Sentinel-1 and others that use AI, typically they tend to be more reactive than any of the other solutions out there because they can adapt very quickly. And that's probably the key piece for me in terms of AI and cybersecurity, is that adaptability.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. So Lee, AI brings power but also complexity. So what should businesses be aware of ethically, technically and operationally?
Yeah, good question. So starting with the ethics, we need to think about ethics when we look at AI because of the way AI has been trained. It's simulating human behavior, but it's using human data to get that. So it's simulated data from yourself that you submitted, my data, other people's data. So the ethics needs to come into it that unless you can be transparent and confident in the way that you're describing the use of that data and there is a benefit to the end user, it's probably not good from an ethics standpoint.
Yeah.
There should be benefits to the user data that you've used, and it should be individual benefits to that user.